Hi everybody, my name is Lele
And I'm Cindy.
and welcome to Meaningful Conversations.
Yay!
Yay, it's good to be back, eh?
It's lovely to be back, guys. Yeah,
It's been a minute.
it's been in this whole, because we have been shooting the videos, the vlogs, like one separately. But anyways, we are here and we are, we feel blessed to be able to do this together once again. God made it possible for us to do it. So we thank Him for that.
Waymaker.
Waymaker, ne?
Yeah. So our topic of discussion today
Yeah.
is one that is sensitive,
Yeah.
but this is Meaningful Conversations. We have all kinds of conversations, difficult ones, funny ones, whatever the case may be.
Conversations that need to be had.
Yep. So we are discussing abuse. Okay. I'm gonna ask Cindy to tell us what the word abuse actually means.
Yeah. So I just thought, to just do it justice. I think it's proper for us to have the actual meaning. Yeah, abuse. And the Oxford Dictionary. Do you hear that sound?
Technology. Oh, no, it's cool.
It's cool. Okay. So abuse as a verb, according to the Oxford Dictionary, the meaning is using something to bad effect or for a bad purpose or misuse. Ne? The second one is to treat with cruelty or violence, especially regularly or repeatedly. And in a noun form, it is a cruel and violent treatment of a person, of an animal, the improper use of something. So that is according to the Oxford Dictionary, and I particularly like the part where they say an improper use of something, which means you are taking thing or
Situation.
situation or whatever context or you find yourself in, and you are not behaving or according to or using that thing according to what it was made for,
Or how it was made.
What it was purposed for.
Yeah.
What it was purposed for.
So in relation to relationships in society right now, like, how do you view abuse?
Like for me now, we were talking earlier. We were talking about the fact when usually most of the things that we do as society, we are taught to do, right? So you start out as a baby and then you are taught certain things. Okay, this is how we function as society. Whether good or bad, you don't know. It's just how you are taught to function. Whether as a girl, what was the environment, how you see yourself, how you see others, and then you are going to behave according to what you have been taught in society, right? So simple analogy is dumping things all over the place until you're taught that is why we have a bin. You don't go around just throwing and littering all over the place. That is why we have a bin. You take litter into a bin.
Sure. I just did something to me said dumping because there's another way to use dumping in relationships, and I'm trying to figure out
how did we get
to that?
To a place where
human beings are being dumped.
Being dumped.
Sure.
Because something that is dumped is something that is unnecessary. It's of no use anymore.
And it's not just it's of no use, but how it is discarded as well. It's discarded
in
a careless manner.
In a careless manner.
Sure.
You know, it's thrown into a bin. You know, it's not going to be used anymore. Which is very sad, actually, when you start really, you know, analyzing that.
Topic for another day.
Another day. So, you know, that analogy, littering, until you are taught, no, do not. This is where we have a bin. And this is where you put whatever that is not usable anymore, or is of no use anymore. We put it in this container so that we can still have a clean environment. So we can respect our environment, our surroundings. It's good for us, it's good for the environment as well. So what are we trying to say? I guess what I'm trying to get to is that the importance of being able to use things as how they were purposed to is beneficial to everybody involved. You know, it's beneficial to the person that is now come to the awareness of, oh, this is how I properly should be, you know, littering or throwing away what is litter. I must throw it in the bin so that the environment is clean. But it's also lovely for me to be in a clean environment.
So in relationships, going back to the question.
Yeah.
You know, you were discussing earlier your views about abuse and what it means, and that's why you told us the meaning of
abuse. Yeah. So in relationships, I guess what is sad is if you don't get to a place where you know better, you're not gonna do better. You know, going back to the analogy, if I had not been taught, or if you are not taught by someone how to properly do that, you're going to continue, even though it's going to make you uncomfortable, because it will make you uncomfortable. But you don't know how, you can't pick out the discomfort in the act. You know, but it does, you know, it does do something to you. Yes, I'm doing this, but somehow I feel like I shouldn't be doing it like this. Yes, I'm doing it, but I think there's probably another way to do this thing. And not the way that I'm doing it right now. But you don't know better. You don't know that way to do it better, to do it proper.
That is so deep, because
do you know what I mean?
What I usually say to my sons is that if you have to force it, whatever you do, if you have to apply force to it, then it means you're not doing it
correctly. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But as you were saying, Jorge, if you know better, you will not do better. I was thinking to myself, it's so interesting, because I feel like even in the relationships that I've been with, whether it's friendships, whether it's family, whether it is platonic relationships, or what if when it's not platonic.
I don't know.
Yeah, you tell us in the comment section. Not that this is English class, but you know. In all sorts of relationships that we have been somehow abusive, some way or another. Like that thing, everybody has been a villain. You are a villain in somebody else's story. You know, we can't always be heroes in somebody else's story. There's somewhere where someone's like, nah. To me, at this point in time, you know, we can even take it to a point of saying in certain seasons, because we go through certain seasons, and it's as if God allows us to repent, from whatever abuse, that we are either involved in as the perpetrators or that has been inflicted on us. But also, the thing about what you spoke about abuse, is that if a person who's abused comes across a person who's not abused, even in the goodness that they are receiving, they could perceive it as some form of villainship, because you are not used to that goodness. You understand? So I remember, I hope this person doesn't watch this channel. I remember saying to somebody the other time, I was getting myself water. So I was in some relationship with this person. So I was like, did you drink water today? I haven't seen you drinking water. And they were like, why? You know? And I was like, no,
Yeah.
it's almost like you don't understand. Like, I'm trying to love on you.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm asking. I'm not forcing you to drink water. I'm not asking you like your mom.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to take care of you.
Wow.
And I remember, in retrospect, when he thought about it, was like, hey, we're not used to being loved. And I was like, yeah, man, that's all I'm doing. I'm trying to do. So even if it's not a season, like even if I'm in a season of being a good person, to somebody else, my goodness could rub them off the wrong way. I mean, how many, we've spoken about it, that there were times in our lives when we come across people who believed in the scriptures, who'd be like, why do you have to mention the Most High all the time? Like, really, we all know him.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Do life.
I mean,
you're doing life.
But these people were just living the best way they know how, but it rubbed us off the wrong way.
So what are you saying? You're actually saying, Hore, the after effects also of being repeatedly
Abuse.
Yeah, like repeatedly, because abusing is it's using something repeatedly. And then, so what happens is that that thing or a person becomes desensitized to the fact that, you know, this discomfort that you feel from being misused, you know, address it. At some point, then you become numbed. Because you know, when you start experiencing it, you know, there is a feeling of discomfort. Like, I know you're doing this, but somehow I don't like it, and it doesn't feel comfortable for me. Do you understand what I mean? Like, even with children, when they're exposed to, because there's discipline and then there's abuse, and how you are going, because discipline is love. So even like now, I do believe in not sparing the rod, or you know, spanking the kid. But it has to be done out of love, you know. And there is a part where, you know, even as a parent, when you're doing it, you know what is necessary to be done. And you know, it makes you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this, but I know I love you. I love you. If I'm not going to correct you, and I'm not going to show you this is not the right way to do things, you are not going to know. You know, but then there is a point where, you know, a child is now no longer disciplined, but now they are going through abuse, basically, because now they are the king. They are the king, an external or king. What is the word, Lord? What is the word? Because they become king.
Used to it.
No, they don't become used to it. Like, now they have to bear the brunt of your frustrations.
Oh, okay.
They have to now carry and bear the brunt of your frustrations as a parent.
So you're taking it out.
You're taking it out on the child. And the child can feel the difference.
Oh, I hear
the child can feel the difference. And it's like, I know you're my mother, and I know you say you love me, but this doesn't feel right. Oh yeah, I know you're my dad, and I know you say you love me, but this doesn't feel comfortable for me. So you look at a child that is being spanked because they're being disciplined, and a child that is just being hit. The response is different. It's innate. You know, Mare, continue in that way with that child. At some point, it's like that discomfort. It's a nudge. It's a nudge to say this. It's a nudge to say this is not right. This is not what you should be experiencing. But after a while of being exposed to that, you become desensitized to the fact that this is not right. And I feel like a lot of the things that are happening in our society and a lot of things that we're experiencing, it could be men and women, you know, both of us, both the sexes, actually, you know, both the sexes, we have been having exposure to such abusive environments that we have become desensitized to it. Now you are just seeing the after effects of the fact that this thing has been misused for so long. you know, and no one is able to now tell anymore. It started out as a swelling and a pain, or maybe a headache, and maybe a headache because of not drinking water. But repeatedly going through that takes away the fact that, you know, now you become just angry. You know, now you're just angry because the headache doesn't go away. It's there. It has become part of your being or your existence. But it's not supposed to be there. It's not supposed to be there.
Sure, that is so deep.
Do you know what I mean?
That is so deep. Like, I think one of the things that I feel like, and could be a sore topic, is things like when people are just going out, there's this expectation, Noguchi, men are supposed to give money.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, guys, but for me, I just feel like, where does that come from? Like, we are both somebody's child, right? We're both coming from families. We both want this relationship. Hopefully we are both benefiting from the relationship.
Yes.
Why must somebody pay? Why must somebody give somebody money? Like, what's up with that? Isn't that
the context? Oh no, but I think it's the context.
Explain to me.
I think it's the context. I think we have taken what certain privileges in a relationship or partnering between, you know, men and women. We've taken that and we are now practicing certain privileges that should not be practiced outside of a context in which they were created.
What context is it? So you're saying that we're taking the benefits of things that should be existing in marriage.
And
you're trying to put them in the context of the dating relationship.
Yeah, outside of marriage.
Outside of marriage.
Outside of marriage.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So is that not abuse as well? Because you
it is, because you are misusing.
You are misusing something. So you're trying to take a relationship and turn it into marriage.
And you want to turn it into marriage.
So you want the benefits of
without
marriage
the commitments.
Without the commitment.
Without the covenant.
But now it's so funny because we live in a society now. Like in my time.
Yeah. What is that?
What do you think about things? In my time, because she looks 16. We used to have to buy a whole CD. Like I don't know if you guys know Joe.
Yeah.
Joe Thomas. Google him. With Tevin Campbell. So that's the age group I'm in. So I revealed too much, sorry.
Yeah.
And you had to buy the whole CD. When I say CD, it means the album.
To gain access to that song you like.
So maybe what would make me want to buy the CD is because I heard 2 songs from on the radio that I feel like I liked, right?
Yeah.
But now the album has 15 songs. Now, okay. Now I buy the CD because I want to hear those. Okay, maybe 3 songs. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Now, do you know that I'm gonna play that CD, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna only listen to song 7 and 15 because
you bought the whole.
I bought the whole thing because I bought the whole CD.
Yeah.
Right. It's a commitment. I bought it. It's mine.
Yeah, you committed. Yeah.
When I put that CD in there, I'm gonna listen to song 1 up until 15.
Yeah.
Even though I liked 7 and 15.
Yeah.
But do you know after a month...
the process,
After a month, it will be such a breeze to listen to all the songs.
Yeah.
And even in my mind, I'll know after the song, I know what's coming next.
Yeah.
And I will learn to like those songs. Maybe even more than the ones that drew me.
Exactly. You'll actually be surprised.
I'll be surprised.
Because you like the songs that were probably not even widely played.
That were not widely played, but I might end up liking them more.
Yeah,
right?
It's true.
Today, there's that thing where you cannot.
Now we just download.
You can just download.
Yeah.
Or buy one song from an album.
And then you have Spotify. You don't have to buy it anymore. You just make a collect.
So this was all for this week. Please watch our next episode or vlog.
Yeah.
We'll be wearing the same clothes because it's one video cut into different segments.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye.